Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Talk about the story.
Yes, I had a story concerning minimum wage. If you recollect, in January, the president and the vice president had set up this tripartite meeting, committee that included the federal government, state government, private sector, organized labor, and the panel was to recommend a new national minimum wage for the country. This was from 30th of January. Until now, they've not gotten a figure that is acceptable by all. They had a meeting on, they are supposed to resume meeting today, 15th of May, and in that meeting, the NLC is still insisting that their proposed minimum wage should be 615,000 naira, and that the deadline is for May 31st for them to agree on that. TUC had agreed that they were proposing that the minimum wage should be 5 for Southwest, different from for Southeast. Southwest, TUC feels 447,000 naira is good. North Central are demanding 709. Everybody is making demands on what they feel is a suitable minimum wage based on the current cost of living within Nigeria. And they are expecting that after the meeting, there was a long break between the last meeting and this one starting today. And we're hoping that they'll be able to find I feel like NLC and TUC should be more realistic about what is obtainable, what can be delivered, so that what we're aiming for so high, I'm sure they are negotiating, hoping that anyhow it will end at like maybe 300 or 250 or something, but let's be realistic so that the people that you're really fighting for can get the benefits of the fight you are fighting.
And if market women knows that the minimum wage is now 500,000, I think they'll still sell their rice at of course, the rice is not going to be 200,000.
I don't know how they expect me to do minimum wage.
Daily Sun. ASUU issues strike notice. Abia government drags Ikpeazu to EFCC. Leah Sharibu Chibok girls. Christian group stages protest. Tasks FG to rescue abducted schoolgirls. Traditional ruler, 2 others killed, 17 houses and 10 bikes burnt over land dispute in Benue. O2 secures $3.5 billion Afrexim Bank funding for Bakassi Deep Seaport. 20 trillion naira pension funds to go into housing infrastructure, says federal government. An alleged 19.4 billion naira fraud. EFCC to arraign Sirika brother on fresh charges. Story?
I have the ASUU story.
Okay, go ahead.
So along with the one where NLC they do now, ASUU is looking to, saying they will shut down the universities if their terms are not met. They are asking the federal government to reconstitute the governing councils of universities and also meet all their other demands. But this one is scary. The ASUU president, Professor Emmanuel Oshodoke, was saying at the press conference yesterday that imagine the level of illegalities and impunity going on in the universities. He said the vice chancellors are practically running the institutions like sole administrators. I'm shocked that this is happening. That's an illegality that can only happen in Nigeria. Several decisions that ought to be taken by the council, the governing council of the school, are taken by the VCs, some of them claiming that they have the approval of the Minister of Education. Sadly, the presidential directive early in the year, despite the presidential directive early in the year, our members are still being paid through the IPPS platform, and this has inflicted unprecedented hardship on our members. The one about IPPIS, I'm shocked that, they've not effected it because the president was clear as to ASUU's situation. But the governing councils of universities are very important checks on the VCs. So I'm shocked that this is also happening. But this is not a matter of strike or studying the education of anybody. They should seek the right audience for Minister for Labour and reverse any such thing.
Yeah. So the Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has said that there's 20 trillion naira available in Nigeria through pensioners. He says that the federal government is they are unveiling a strategic initiative to harness the 20 trillion naira pension fund and other locally available resources for infrastructure development in Nigeria. According to him, yes, they're looking to seek foreign investment. However, because of the available money here, in partnership with private sector, they're hoping to have a meeting with the private sector to see how they can harness some of these funds that is available locally here to build roads and develop key infrastructure that can actually kickstart and push up the economy. And to emphasize the resilience of Nigerians, the wealth of long-term funds within the country. He said by collaborating with the private sector, the government aims to initiate projects that would fuel economic growth and create employment opportunities.
So it's important. But I have another story. A group of Christians, under the group of Christian Solidarity Worldwide Nigeria, yesterday started a peaceful protest in Kaduna State demanding the release of all the kidnapped children. Said it started in 2014 with Chibok. A few of them have been released. Some have now naturalized into the community. And he said later they went into Dapchi. The boys also were kidnapped. That Lia Sharibu, they mentioned specific name, Lia Sharibu should be released. Mentioned that a list of free Alice, free Lillian, free remaining Chibok girls, free the 16 people kidnapped in Golden Gora, and rescue all those in captivity. Education is not a crime, and rescue our children, that the government should act now. The reason they're doing this, according to the organizers, was because they feel like some of these children have been abandoned, like people have forgotten about them. We have the signpost children, and we have some that people are not even aware they were kidnapped, but are still under the kidnappers' custody, and they're asking that the security operatives should do what they are meant to do. Security is the right of all children. Education is not going to thrive if kidnapping and people have been kidnapped are not rescued. Right. So,
okay, our final paper for this month. Do you have any story, Inson?
I have the Benue monarch, 2 others killed, 17 houses, 10 bikes burnt over land disputes. 3 people, including a traditional ruler, were reportedly killed following a land dispute between the people of Amla in Otukpo Local Government Area and Okete people in Ohimini Local Government Area. This dispute has lingered for about 3 to 4 years, heightened at the weekend, claiming the lives of 3 people from both communities, while property worth millions of naira were destroyed, bikes and homes, and then they are all displaced now. So they are now seeking that the government should please come intervene. It's a land dispute. Right. So they are asking the government to come intervene and help in bringing peace to that little community.
Final paper, Vanguard has found a story of not taking Edo Guba, no collection of PVCs by proxy. INEC tells Edo and Ondo electorate. ASUU threatens nationwide strike over absence of varsity governing councils. Fubara laments debts owed contractors by Wike's administration. Tinubu Shetima now to pay toll gate fees at airports, says federal government. Some foreign missions charge in dollars determine own forex rate, says EFCC. Manufacturers spend more on security than taxes, says MAN. And FG calls committee meeting. Labour insists on May 31st deadline. Okay, which story?
This will concern Labour. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the DG of the body, Segun Ajayi Kadri, was being interviewed, and he was complaining about how they have to also carry the cost of securing their businesses. Yeah. He said over 56 to 60% of their businesses or their members in the Northeast have already closed business. They have locked shop because along with the taxes they have to pay, along with the new increased tariff for electricity, along with all of those things, the continuous cost of security, because that one is not a cost you pay one-off. You continue doing it daily. You have to foot that. And I think it's resolvable. It's something that you can address. The IGP should sit with them. The Labour should sit with them. These are important issues. Because we're talking about employment. If these businesses continue to shut down, people will continue to lose jobs, livelihoods, and the economy will continue to be...
How do you plan to pay minimum?
Exactly.
I read it.
And in the farms
report too, Okumu Oil was saying that they are spending billions on funding security challenges within the place. So, and businesses that are paying taxes shouldn't be the ones.
So even our foreign investment that we are seeking will not come if they continue to have this kind of issues.
Okay, and even the farmers.
Yes, Wike and Fubara.
Yeah,
so,
wait for you.
I've been waiting for this story. Because the governor of River State is now taking head-on attack on the former governor, said that several of the projects he has done, people are now coming to ask him for balance. He did not pay. He said, Mr. Project did not finish paying for the previous governor. The last governor did not finish paying for a lot of the projects. A lot of the projects, including 12 flyovers, and he invited dignitaries to come and see the commissioning. Were not completely paid for. He also claimed that there were projects that are ongoing, that he is packing it together, the list of all the debts that were left for him, and he would unveil it.
Who doesn't have debts, though? I mean, people pay in installments. We don't.
Isn't government
to
he said he didn't want to talk because he was part of the system.
Yeah.
But they keep pushing him to talk. And I will say it so that people will know the true situation of things and be properly
As
informed.
Lagos State is the basic Lagos State has.
I pity the people of
Because he's Kubara. Of course, it's because he's wiki now.
For infrastructure.
Well, the people of River State now know one shit. When your backup singers have become the main singers, soon go change. I don't understand. They are not governing that. He was the backup singer for Weekend now. That time they paying them, they treat us. Now soon have changed.
Not because they was not the accountant general.
Yes, now.
They pay.
The thing shock at me. I'm just meeting people of River State that no governance is happening in that state. They're not breaking House of Assembly. They are fighting Wike. This one is
Fighting different people.
They say they are fighting
state
oppression.
is not working. They are just doing video. They are just distracting the
Go
people.
on a break. It's not our hot topic.
That's all right.
Let us face our fronts. We'll go on a break. We'll come back. We continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.